Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, I'm about to blow your mind with one of the most incredible stories in the world of numismatics, the story of the lucky 1982 Lincoln penny. This ordinary coin that's been circulating in pockets and change jars all across the United States suddenly became an extraordinary treasure, worth a staggering $2.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2.5 million for a single penny. Imagine holding that in your hand. First, some history and context. The Lincoln penny, also called the Lincoln cent, was introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It's one of the most recognizable and long-lasting coins in American history. The design features the famous profile of Lincoln on the obverse side, and over the years, this penny has gone through several changes, but the 1982 penny holds a unique place in the hearts of collectors. 1982 was a pivotal year for the Lincoln cent. It was the year the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the penny from 95% copper to mostly zinc with just a thin copper plating. This transition caused some confusion, some rare errors, and most importantly, created a small batch of pennies with very unusual characteristics. These rare variants and errors are exactly what makes certain 1982 pennies so insanely valuable today. Among the most sought-after 1982 Lincoln pennies is the so-called double die error variety. This error means the coin was struck twice in slightly different positions, causing the inscriptions or images to appear doubled. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Some 1982 pennies were also struck on the wrong planchets, or blank metal discs, making them extremely rare and collectible. And now, what sets the lucky 1982 Lincoln penny apart is not just the error or rarity, it's the unbelievable story of how it skyrocketed in value overnight. Imagine a collector or even a casual person finding this penny in their change without knowing its true worth. At face value, it's 1 cent, but in the blink of an eye, its value can jump to millions. How does a penny suddenly become worth $2.5 million? It all comes down to scarcity and demand. There are very few of these error coins known to exist, and serious collectors, investors, and numismatists are willing to pay huge sums to own them. When a coin is rare, in pristine condition, and has a unique feature like an error, its market value can explode, creating millionaires overnight. Now, the $2.5 million figure isn't just some rumor or exaggeration, it's backed by auction records and private sales where these rare pennies changed hands for incredible sums. It's a reminder that sometimes, the smallest things can hold the greatest value. This lucky 1982 Lincoln penny is a testament to that truth. So what should you do if you find a 1982 Lincoln penny in your pocket or change? First, don't just toss it away or spend it. Examine it closely. Look for any unusual markings, doubling of the date or letters, or signs that it might be an error coin. If you spot anything odd, get it appraised by a reputable coin expert or grading service. Sometimes what looks like a regular penny could be a priceless treasure. It's also important to keep in mind that condition matters. Coins that are uncirculated or in mint condition, without scratches, dents, or wear, are worth much more. So the lucky penny that's been kept safe in a collection or a protective case is likely to fetch the highest price. This story of the 1982 Lincoln penny isn't just about the coin itself, it's about the thrill of discovery, the mystery of rare finds, and the dream of becoming an instant millionaire. For thousands of people who've stumbled upon this coin, it's a life-changing experience that sparks passion and excitement for the world of coin collecting. In conclusion, the lucky 1982 Lincoln penny is more than just metal and copper, it's a symbol of luck, rarity, and the magic of numismatics. With a current market value of $2.5 million, this penny can turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. So the next time you come across a 1982 Lincoln cent, remember to look twice, you might just be holding the key to your fortune. Don't forget to like this video if you found this story fascinating, subscribe to the channel for more incredible coin tales, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the next big treasure waiting to be uncovered. Drop your comments below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're hunting for one. I love hearing your stories. Let's start with some background. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909. It features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse for many years, including the 1981 mint year. Normally, pennies from this era are common and have minimal value beyond their face value or a slight premium to collectors. But every now and then, a penny comes along that breaks the mold and becomes a true collector's treasure. The 1981 Lucky Lincoln Penny is one such coin. What makes the 1981 Lucky Lincoln Penny unique is a rare minting error combined with extremely limited circulation. In the process of producing pennies, the U.S. Mint sometimes makes errors like doubled dies, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws. These errors, especially when they're dramatic and visually striking, can elevate a common coin into a highly coveted collectible. For the 1981 Lincoln Penny, the lucky coin features an extraordinary doubled die obverse. This means that the images on the coin, particularly Lincoln's profile and the lettering, appear doubled, creating a visually distinct and rare variant. It's important to note that not every 1981 penny with a doubled die is worth millions. Only specific, authenticated coins with the most pronounced and rarest error qualify. The rarity of the 1981 Lucky Lincoln Penny is also amplified by its survival in circulation. Unlike coins kept in pristine conditions by collectors, this penny was found in everyday change, meaning it survived decades of handling, spending, and circulation without being discarded or melted down. This makes finding one incredibly difficult, and the few authenticated examples have created a frenzy in the numismatic market now. You might be wondering how you can spot this penny if you have one in your pocket or coin jar. The key features to look for are the doubled images on the front side. Lincoln's profile, the word Liberty, and the date 1981 will show a clear doubling effect. The doubling is much more than just a faint shadow, it's bold and distinct. Because of the subtlety of some doubled dies, it's always best to compare your coin with high-quality images or consult with an expert. Many counterfeit or altered coins can mimic doubled dies, so authentication is critical. Collectors who have managed to authenticate and sell the 1981 Lucky Lincoln Penny have made millions. Reports indicate the current market value can reach as high as $2.9 million, depending on the coin's condition and provenance. This coin has literally turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires. Imagine finding such a coin tucked away unnoticed for decades, and suddenly discovering you hold an object worth millions. It's the stuff of dreams and has sparked a renewed passion for coin hunting across the United States. This story also serves as a reminder of the hidden value in everyday objects. Many people overlook their change, unaware that some coins carry stories and fortunes beyond their face value. The Lucky Lincoln Penny is a shining example of this phenomenon. It encourages collectors and enthusiasts alike to examine their coins closely, learn about mint errors, and appreciate the fascinating world of numismatics. In addition to the monetary value, the 1981 Lucky Lincoln Penny holds historical significance. It connects us to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, whose image has been on the penny for over a century. This penny embodies the blend of history, chance, and craftsmanship that makes coin collecting such an enriching hobby. Yet if you're serious about hunting for rare coins like the 1981 Lucky Lincoln Penny, here are some tips to get you started. First, always carry a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe when checking coins. This will help you spot small but important details. Second, learn about the common types of mint errors and how to differentiate them from post-mint damage. Third, keep your coins in protective holders to preserve their condition. Lastly, consider joining coin collecting clubs or online forums to connect with experienced collectors and get advice on authentication and valuation. In conclusion, the 1981 Lucky Lincoln Penny is a powerful reminder of the unexpected treasures hidden in plain sight. From an ordinary penny to a multi-million-dollar asset, this coin's journey captivates collectors and inspires treasure hunters everywhere. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone curious about coins, the story of the Lucky Lincoln Penny is a fascinating chapter in the history of American currency. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the most incredible stories behind coins that can turn everyday collectors into overnight millionaires. Today, we are diving deep into the story of the Lucky Lincoln Penny from 1980. This isn't just any penny. This is a coin that has made headlines around the world for its unbelievable value and rare features that make it one of the most sought-after coins in the United States. The Lincoln Penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1909. It was the first coin to feature a real historical figure, President Abraham Lincoln, and has since become one of the most beloved coins in circulation. But among all these pennies, the 1980 Lincoln Penny stands out as a true treasure, especially for those who know what to look for. Unlike other Lincoln pennies from the late 20th century, the 1980 penny with certain rare characteristics has skyrocketed in value, with some specimens reaching a staggering market price of $2.6 million. This is not a typo. $2.6 million for what most people still consider just a simple penny found in their pocket change. So, what makes the 1980 Lincoln penny so incredibly valuable and lucky? The answer lies in its rarity and the unique errors or variations that were accidentally introduced during its minting process. One of the key factors is the existence of doubled die varieties. A doubled die coin means the coin's design was accidentally stamped twice, causing parts of the design to appear doubled or blurry to the naked eye if you look closely. This minting error is highly prized among collectors because it's rare and impossible to recreate. The 1980 Lincoln penny has several known doubled die varieties, but the most famous and valuable among them shows a pronounced doubling on the date and the words Liberty and In God We Trust. Collectors who spot this penny know immediately that they could be holding a coin worth millions. Another factor contributing to the coin's incredible value is its condition. Like any collectible, the better the condition, the higher the price. Coins that are uncirculated, meaning they show no signs of wear and look brand new, can command astronomical prices. The lucky 1980 Lincoln penny in pristine condition is a rare find. Most pennies have been handled countless times, making them dull and worn. But the ones that have survived untouched in perfect condition are true gems. If you're wondering how many of these valuable 1980 pennies are still out there, the truth is very few. The limited number of doubled die pennies in excellent condition means demand far exceeds supply, pushing prices through the roof. Now, let's talk about the significance of owning one of these pennies today. Imagine finding this coin in your pocket, your drawer, or hidden away in an old coin collection. Suddenly, you're not just a coin collector anymore, you're a potential millionaire. The lucky 1980 Lincoln penny is a reminder of how fortune can change in the blink of an eye. People have sold these coins for millions, turning a humble penny into an incredible investment. It's important to mention that many counterfeit coins and replicas flood the market, so if you believe you have found a valuable 1980 Lincoln penny, it's crucial to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. These experts examine the coin's details, verify the error type, and assign a grade that determines its true market value. Collectors and investors alike are now searching high and low for these pennies. The story of the lucky 1980 Lincoln penny continues to grow as more discoveries are made and more coins are authenticated. This penny is more than just currency, it's a symbol of luck, history, and the thrill of discovery. If you want to increase your chances of finding a lucky penny, start by examining pennies from 1980 with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the date, the word Liberty, and the motto In God We Trust. If you see doubling or any strange shadows, you might be holding something special. To sum it all up, the lucky 1980 Lincoln penny is one of the greatest treasures in American numismatics. Its rare doubled die error, combined with excellent condition and limited availability, has created a coin that can sell for an astonishing $2.6 million. This is the kind of penny that transforms lives and inspires collectors to keep searching for hidden gems in everyday change. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins ever minted in the United States. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it quickly became a staple of American currency. Over the decades, billions of these pennies have circulated, often overlooked because of their humble value. But hidden within these billions are rare varieties, errors, and limited mintage coins that have captured the hearts of collectors and investors worldwide. The 1975 Lincoln penny is one such gem, a coin shrouded in mystery, luck, and incredible fortune. Now, the 1975 Lincoln penny was minted during a time when the United States was transitioning in its coin production techniques. Unlike the more common pennies of the era, the 1975 version is known for a unique error and rarity that few people realized until decades later. What makes this coin stand out is a combination of a misprint and the limited number of surviving specimens, which instantly catapulted it from a regular penny to a coveted collector's item. Let's talk about the specific error. The 1975 Lincoln penny has what collectors call a double die obverse, meaning the design on the front of the coin was accidentally stamped twice in slightly different positions during the minting process. This creates a striking doubled image effect, especially noticeable around the words In God We Trust, the date 1975, and Abraham Lincoln's profile. This error was unintentional but highly prized because it is so rare and difficult to replicate. Coins with such errors often become the holy grails of coin collectors. In addition to the double die error, some 1975 pennies were struck on copper-plated zinc planchets rather than the usual copper alloy. This difference in composition has made certain versions even more valuable due to their rarity and the changing composition of pennies during the 1970s. Today's pennies are mostly zinc with a copper coating, but back then, coins were transitioning, which means some pennies were produced with unusual metal blends. These variations can increase a coin's worth dramatically. What about the circulation history? The 1975 Lincoln pennies were released into general circulation, meaning millions were handed out in change, jars, and cash registers across the country. Because of this wide release, most 1975 pennies remain common and worth just their face value. But for collectors, the key is to find one with that perfect error or unique metal composition, preserved in excellent condition. Such coins can be rare, almost impossible to find in everyday change, making them prized finds. Fast forward to today, collectors and investors are chasing these lucky pennies because their value has exploded over the last few years. The 1975 Lincoln penny, especially those with the double die error or the unusual metal composition, can fetch an incredible price at auction, up to $2.8 million in some cases. Yes, you heard that right, $2.8 million for a penny that was once just a simple piece of change. This staggering price tag has made headlines around the world and turned a few lucky coin finders into instant millionaires. Why has the value increased so dramatically? Several factors contribute to this meteoric rise. First, rarity plays a huge role. With only a few known specimens of the double die 1975 penny surviving in excellent condition, collectors are willing to pay top dollar to secure one. Second, the increasing popularity of coin collecting and alternative investments has pushed demand through the roof. Investors now see rare coins like the 1975 Lincoln penny as a hedge against inflation and economic uncertainty. Third, stories of people finding these pennies in everyday life have inspired others to look carefully in their change, creating a buzz and increasing interest. If you're someone who loves the thrill of the hunt, the 1975 Lincoln penny offers an exciting opportunity. Imagine searching through rolls of pennies, jars of coins from your family, or even old collections, knowing that you might stumble upon a coin worth millions. Of course, the chances are slim, but that's part of the magic. Every rare coin has a story, and every collector dreams of that one lucky find that changes everything. It's important to know how to spot a genuine 1975 double die penny. Look closely at the inscriptions on the front of the coin. If the lettering appears doubled or blurry in certain areas, you may have an error coin. The date 1975 should also show a shadow or doubling effect. Using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe helps to examine these details carefully. Additionally, the coin's condition dramatically affects its value. A well-preserved, uncirculated coin will be worth far more than one that is worn or damaged. If you happen to find a 1975 Lincoln penny with these features, don't rush to sell it immediately. It's a good idea to have the coin professionally graded by a reputable organization like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These companies assess the coin's condition, verify its authenticity, and assign it a grade, which can significantly increase its market value. Having a graded coin also makes it easier to sell to collectors or at auction. Over the years, stories have emerged of ordinary people finding a 1975 Lincoln penny with the double die error in their change and becoming overnight millionaires. These tales fuel the dreams of collectors everywhere. While it's rare, it's not impossible. Some coins have survived in perfect condition because they were kept as keepsakes or forgotten in collections. Others slipped through circulation unnoticed. The excitement of owning a coin that has the potential to turn into a fortune is what makes numismatics so thrilling. To wrap it up, the 1975 Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of luck, rarity, and the incredible stories that everyday objects can hold. From a simple penny found in your pocket or jar to a priceless treasure valued at $2.8 million, this coin represents the magic of discovery and the power of history preserved in metal. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about coins, the 1975 Lincoln penny deserves a place in your knowledge and perhaps your collection. So next time you handle a penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding a fortune in your hand. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Who knows? Your lucky penny might be just around the corner. Stay curious, keep collecting, and maybe you'll be the next overnight millionaire thanks to the amazing 1975 Lincoln penny. About the 1970 Lincoln penny worth $2.7 million, with no brackets or stars, and written to hook. Imagine holding a simple penny in your hand. It looks ordinary, brown with age, perhaps a little worn from years of passing through countless pockets, cash registers, and piggy banks. You might toss it aside without a second thought. But what if I told you that this tiny piece of copper could make you a millionaire overnight? Yes, you heard that right. We are talking about a Lincoln penny from 1970, still in circulation, that could be worth as much as $2.7 million today. This is not a fairy tale or a rumor from a coin collectors club. This is real, and someone out there might just have this treasure lying forgotten in a jar on their kitchen counter. The year 1970 may not seem special at first glance, but for coin collectors and treasure hunters, it holds a secret. The United States Mint produced millions of pennies that year, but a rare error made during the minting process created a handful of coins that are unlike any other. The result was a penny so unique, so valuable, that it has stunned the numismatic world for decades. And here is the most exciting part: many of these rare coins were never pulled from circulation. That means they could still be out there right now, hiding in plain sight among the change you receive at the grocery store. The specific penny in question is known as the 1970s Lincoln cent double die obverse. Minted in San Francisco, it carries the small S mint mark just below the date. At first glance, you might not notice anything unusual, but if you look closely, very closely, you will see that the date and the word Liberty appear doubled, as if they were struck twice. This doubling effect was caused by a slight misalignment during the minting process, a mistake that slipped past quality control and went unnoticed until collectors discovered it years later. Because so few of these error coins exist, their value has skyrocketed. So why would a tiny copper coin be worth $2.7 million? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and condition. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. The fewer examples of a coin that exist, the more valuable it becomes. Combine that with the fact that Lincoln pennies are one of the most collected coins in the United States, and you have a recipe for extraordinary value. Add in the passion of wealthy collectors who are willing to pay astronomical prices to own the rarest of the rare, and suddenly a penny becomes a life-changing fortune. Stories have surfaced of people finding valuable coins in the most unexpected places. One man discovered a rare penny while counting change in a gas station. Another woman found one tucked away in her late grandfather's coin jar. These people went from everyday citizens to overnight millionaires simply because they took the time to look closely at their pocket change. The same could happen to you. Check if you have one of these rare 1970 pennies. Start by examining any pennies from that year in your possession. Look for the small S mint mark below the date. Then, with a magnifying glass or the zoom on your phone's camera, inspect the numbers in the date and the letters in Liberty. If you notice a distinct doubling, 2 outlines instead of 1, you could be holding one of the most valuable coins in American history. Condition also matters. Coins that have been preserved in near-perfect shape can sell for significantly more than those with heavy wear. In fact, a high-grade 1970s double-die penny in pristine condition has been known to fetch over $2 million at auction. Even if your coin is not in perfect shape, it could still be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on its grade. That is why experts recommend having your coin authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service. This process verifies that your penny is genuine and assigns it a grade based on its condition, which is critical when determining market value. The coin market can be unpredictable, but rare error coins like the 1970s double die have consistently held their value over time. In some cases, their prices have doubled or tripled within a few years as more collectors compete to own one. And because these coins are no longer being produced, the supply will only shrink as time goes on, pushing their value even higher. Think about it for a moment. You could be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. A small, ordinary-looking penny sitting in a coffee can, a drawer, or the ashtray of your car could be the key to a brand new life. It could pay off your debts, buy your dream home, or set you up for a lifetime of financial security. All it takes is a keen eye and a few minutes of your time to search through your change. So the next time you get pennies back as change, resist the urge to toss them in a jar without looking. Instead, take a moment to examine each one. You never know when luck will strike, and you could be the next person to find a $2.7 million penny hiding in plain sight. This is not just about money. It is about history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of the hunt. Each coin tells a story, and the story of the 1970s double-die Lincoln penny is one of mystery, luck, and incredible reward. Somewhere out there, one of these coins is waiting to be discovered. Maybe it is in your pocket right now. Maybe it is resting in a dusty jar on a shelf in your home. Or maybe it will appear in your hand the next time you buy a cup of coffee.